Last week's episode of NXT UK. My brother watched it, loved it. You were telling me to check it out as well. Main event, Ben Carter, who was the big NXT UK signing that last month they announced, taking on the real NXT Cruiserweight champion, Jordan Devlin, in the main event. It started out, they were on, oh my God, what's his name? Noam Dar. Yeah, Noam Dar. What's the name of his show again? It's still a fairly new show.
The Supernova
Super Sessions.
Supernova Sessions.
Yeah,
I love Noam Dar is possibly my second or third favorite guy on the NXT UK. That guy's such a great heel, and it's such a great worker. Like I just kind of like, and he's really entertaining these segments. You know, with this, he's just like this might be the second week of it, I believe.
Yeah, I think so because the first one was with oh my God, Mustache Mountain, Tyler Bates. Yeah. So no, but I still love when Alicia Fox. Like that's what I still hear when I see him. I mean, I know that was a long time ago. I know. But no, so Ben Carter comes out talking about a big free agent signing. I love the video package that they released last month with announcing his signing. William Regal was talking. Seth Rollins, who trained him like 4.5 years ago. A lot of the NXT superstars kind of praising him and just this hot thing on the indies. But here in America, we got to see him a little bit. He was working AEW matches, AEW Dark, and I think he had the one match on Dynamite. I think it was at the Saturday shit. Yeah, the
Tuesday night, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right. So I was kind of in the impression that he was gonna sign with AEW, but WWE, man, roll out that checkbook. It has to be. So I mean, just your thoughts on him signing with NXT UK versus anyone else out there.
Well, do you know the story about what happened to AEW?
No,
like nothing controversial or anything. Like they gave him a chance, but they found out he's illegal. He was illegal in the United States, right?
What?
Which I didn't know. I've seen matches of him on the Indies. I remember actually on our Facebook group, the Fight Game Media Face group. I like back in March. I was like, hey, check out these two young kids. It's him and this guy Big Beef. They had a really good match. I'm like, check out these guys. They're sensational. And then I started going, oh yeah, Ben. When I started hearing like Ben Carter's like one of my buddies like, hey, Ben Carter's gonna be on AEW, and I'm like, Benjamin Carter. And then he had like stuff on Dark, looked impressive. Then he had that match with, Matt Sydal on that late night Dynamite.
Yeah.
But AEW found out he wasn't legal, so they couldn't technically pay him. So he worked those shows for free. He didn't care because he just wanted to get exposure and hopefully get something out of this.
Yeah.
If Tony Khan had money, he could probably figure something out to get this kid, some working papers and all
yeah,
guys.
Right.
Whatever he needed to do, he had some connections.
Yeah.
So, he was a free agent, and Debbie called him and said, hey, a lot of fans I saw online and, even on our Facebook group on For Fight Game, they're like, why is he on NXT, on USA here? Why are they sending NXT UK? Because, like I said, he was working here illegally in the country. So to me, it's a positive going to NXT UK. I know there's not that much eyeballs on it other than the hardcores, But he's 22 years old. He gets to work there, fine-tune his skills. He's getting great training in a great facility. He can work on his character, his personality. So when things open up again, and hopefully, fingers crossed, 2021, late 2021, we can start bringing some more talent from NXT UK over, and he'll be sharp. He'll be sharper and more seasoned, a little bit more seasoned, and be ready for that spotlight, I guess I want to say.
Yeah.
But he's such a, I'm not a high flying. To me, is like we see it like in 4 matches a show, so I'm kind of like just numb to it.
Yeah, exactly.
What makes him so different? It's not about the flash; it's about the attack with his flying. Like he throws his body at him, like he's using his flying to win this match, not to just get that was awesome or whatever like they chant, right? Like,
yeah.
like he's just he reminds me a little bit like an updated Dynamite Kid, but like a little more flying. And Dynamite did a lot of flying, but a little more spectacular, I guess. That was Carter though. But his match with Jordan Devlin, who was a tremendous heel, a tremendous worker,
Mm-hmm.
great chemistry together. Like they had a really good match. Like NXT UK, a lot of people out there listening might skip it and maybe not, like maybe tune in if they hear about a Walter versus Ilya Dragunov match.
Mm-hmm.
But consistently, it's a quality show.
Yes.
Like 1 hour. Like it goes by so fast and the work's really good. What did you think of the match itself?
Dude, I loved it. So, I mean, I'm with you just as far as praising NXT UK. So, I didn't get to watch it regularly before the pandemic. I just watched like the big takeover shows. But I had a coworker who was watching it all the time and he praised it, how great it is. And I was blown away at the the NXT UK takeovers, those shows. I loved them. I was like, if I had more time, I would watch it. But then with the pandemic and then they finally were announcing their return, I was like, you know what? This is a good time to jump in because it's more or less going to be fresh stories, fresh start, the Heritage Cup tournament, all that. I was like, this is perfect. They're going to start from scratch. So I've been watching ever since. I'm behind a couple episodes, but I mean, I've been loving everything since. Fresh new faces, the hard hitting style, just like I said, the athleticism, even just it's different. It's fresh to look at as far as fresh set of eyes for me versus seeing Raw, SmackDown, even NXT. We see a lot of NXT. They've been around for a minute now, so even AEW. So it's just something different. Walter, I mean, I love Imperium, what they've been doing. A-Kid has been, I'm so happy he won, the Heritage Cup, Mustache Mountain, Noam Dar. I mean, even the women's matches too have been real. I've been enjoying them too. So it's like a little hidden secret on the WWE network. I mean, they're still like, it's under in-ring. It's not even like their own little bracket yet or drop down menu on the WWE network. You still got to go and find it. So it's kind of like this like hidden underground thing that they make themselves.
Like, should it be with the NXT bracket?
Yeah, like the drop down option there. Yeah, I would think so. But it's still separate. I keep reminding myself, like, where is it? Oh, in-ring, duh. And then so it's right there. But this matchup here, but yeah, Ben Carter, like I said, I saw him on AEW. And I was like, this is awesome. I love his work. I mean, he's a little bit smaller guy, but as you said, like elements of Dynamite Kid going out there, high flying, but using his body as a weapon. And it's like, oh crap, here he comes at you. And, but I was going to ask you about the illegal work. So did he just not have a visa or a green card or?
Yeah, I guess he never had a visa. I think he came out here just to take a chance.
Oh my God.
I gather from one of his interviews he did. And,
yeah.
And he, and he trained up with Seth Rollins. I don't know how he, just trained, and he must have got some kind of work done on the table and get
right,
pay for school and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, young kid, like he's 22. He's been here. I think he was in the country for longer than that. Yeah. So like,
But for me, like, I'm glad he's going back to NXT UK. One, can go back home, work legally as far as because he's from there.
Check, like.
Yeah. But then, be with his family and stuff, closer to them. But for me, it adds a little more depth to that roster. I know he's fresh, but yeah, he can really work out, his character work, the kinks, and really just fine craft who he is. And then, so it's a nice stepping stone. Versus like being pushed to maybe on NXT Prime, do stuff on NXT UK, build a following, like, in radio, you go work in a small market, just pay your dues, kind of, figure out who you are as a personality, and then move up to medium-sized market, then the large market, big market. So I'm all for like stepping stones. So I think for him, if he could dominate there, I think it just adds another fun personality for that brand. As great as their roster is, there's not, I think, a whole lot of like star power yet, especially here in America, that we're like, oh, that person. Walter obviously stands out, Mustache Mountain. So if Ben Carter, even if he had the AEW effect as far as gaining exposure in America, and then maybe can bring over that following to NXT UK, I think that helps the show overall. But yeah, the main event itself, Jordan Devlin, as far as the heel work, like I got more enjoyment in this 15-minute match than some of like, these like over the top 30-minute matches. Like it was such a compact action-packed match here. I really enjoyed it. Jordan Devlin, like I said, just the heel work. Like, you know, when they're outside the ring and he was gonna, you know, look like he's gonna throw him back in the ring, but instead just throws him into the steel steps right there. Just that little detail. And he's like, ha ha, laughing. But then Ben Carter, when he flipped on the outside over Jordan Devlin and then, clothesline him in the chest and, you know, they fell down on the outside. I was like, God, that's so good. Just that, like, little detail, like something you don't see on the regular and maybe some of the other matches. But yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, the only thing I would have done differently was just this whole setup of the match. You know, to me, it's like, because originally this was a surprise. It's a surprise main event for all the people. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah,
it kind of gets set up in the second segment of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And like originally, like advertised was Piper Niven and Ginny was like, you know, the main event. And it was not a cold main event. They had history and they were building to it, and it was a grudge. To me, like, I would have thrown this match right here, right now, and rushed it like impromptu kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I would have kind of strung it along to where you kind of want to see them finally hook up. Like they had that great video of Benjamin Carter, like you talked about, with Regal, Seth Rollins, and all these people talking about him coming in as big prospect, right? You know, and then I would put on TV, have him get a great win, and people just talk about him more. Like you do another video, like about his first appearance. Like, what did you guys think of your first thoughts of him seeing him in NXT UK ring? Oh, he's great. He's a future champion. Blah 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 blah. And Jordan Devlin's like, why is all this tension on this little punk?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the 205 champion or the lightweight champion. Whatever they call him.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah. You know, I'm the cruiserweight champion. I'm the real cruiserweight champion. Don't forget. Blah, blah, blah. Like, who is this Ben? Like, the reporter asked him, hey, wait, what do you think about Ben Carter? Like, I'm not talking about Ben Carter. I'm talking about me. Like, we're here for me.
I got the title right here. Yeah. Come on.
This guy has a little flash in the pan. Don't worry. I'm not, you know, what's he done? You know, and then kind of
shiny new toy, whatever.
And finally, he's just a few weeks of it. Every time they go talk to Jordan Devlin, they're like, Ben Carter. He's like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
And he comes out there and confronts this little guy, and he's like, I'm gonna embarrass you, you know. And it's non-title. Like, don't make it like championship match right away. Like, you already had a title match right now. Why do a title match now? Like, make it. You know, there's no reason for him to deserve a title. Why just your Jordan? I know Jordan's like things like, I'm gonna defend against anyone.
Yeah, open challenge. Yeah.
I said that, but for you, I'm talking about quality guys. I think you're just flashing pancakes. So you got to win over a guy that I beat before many times. You know,
yeah.
Like that does not impress me.
Yeah.
And so finally, they have a non-title match where Jordan doesn't beat him. He doesn't lose either. It's a time limit draw is you can use it effectively if you do it here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, at the end of the show, he hung on and he went toe to toe with Jordan Devlin. Didn't beat him, but Jordan Devlin also didn't beat him.
Yeah.
So now
it eats at him.
Yeah. He couldn't put him away, right? Like he had that great moment where he had that the Texas cloverleaf, or they call it the
Irish cloverleaf
or 4-leaf cloverleaf, right?
Yeah.
Like he gets the rope, he pulls him off that first rope, but then he scrambles to get the holy shit, man, that could have been a great finish for that time limit draw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he can't get it, and now it's like he's so pissed because he can't put this kid away, and now there's no question now Benjamin Carter deserves that title. So
yeah, no,
that's all. That's just my booking head, you know. I'm like I can extend this weeks on TV. Like I want to. I'm doing like, I got more shit to tell, you know, in this story.
I got you, because it builds up some suspense and drama and gets us emotionally invested in this matchup and care about the new kid, but also Jordan Devlin and the title, even though, you know, you said non-title match, but still just he's the champion. So we care about him as a champion. So I'm with that. It's like those little details. I'm with you. I think that sometimes gets lost in a lot of promotions right now, as far as I think a lot of people expect instant gratification. I don't know if that, like, that's a bigger topic with pop culture and our society and how we conduct ourselves and social media. We all want things right away in the moment versus maybe a little bit of a slow burn. And therefore, when you reach the end, it makes it's a much more satisfying ending. And I'm with you on that. No, that's a very great point. But I can't recommend it enough. Yeah, check it out. go on the network, watch it. It's still a lot of fun. Still expect a lot of great things for Ben Carter. Now I'm excited to see what he can do at NXT UK, just to mix it up. And like I said, the star power to hopefully the little following he did gain with AEW as far as on US TV can carry over to NXT UK and the WWE Network. I'm all for that, but no, it was a lot of fun. I cannot wait for more.
I don't skin the game, but I just want to say, as a wrestling fan, though, if you want to tune into NXT UK, first of all, watch this match. You're gonna love it. If you're a wrestling fan, you're gonna love this match. Jordan Devlin, Ben Carter. But next week's episode, Walter versus A-Kid for the title. Like, I mean, anytime Walter's in the ring, I'm watching it, dude. That guy is tremendous, and A-Kid is just a prodigy, man. Like, I'm not a big fan of the name A-Kid, but like when he gets in the ring, I forget his goofy name, and like he's so good. Like, he's sensational.
Did you go to that takeover in New York as well?
Yeah, when I saw Walter and Pete Dunne. The crowd wasn't really into it, so I've never seen that takeover other than with my own eyes.
Yeah, exactly. I have not watched it in person.
Luke Skywalker, I want to see with my own eyes. I don't want to see it through a screen, right?
Yeah. No, I never watched it back on TV. I just was there watching it, but I never watched it back on the network, especially seeing Super Johnny Gargano take out all of Undisputed Era. I never watched it on TV. I just saw it in person.
Yeah, but I thought it was a great match personally. I kind of want to see how it – I did want to see how it translates to on TV, but at the same time, like, I'm one of those people that just loves to, like, okay, my memories are the memories I was there on that time, so it's hard for me to kind of go rewatch something. I still haven't watched WrestleMania 31.
Me neither. I have not watched it all the way. I have not. I mean, being there was great. But yeah, like, I don't remember, like, when they re-show, like, Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, the stunner, or the RKO out of nowhere. Sure, I hear the call. I'm like, oh, that's what they said, but I wasn't watching. I don't know what the call was. Like, the call on a lot of that stuff. I mean, obviously now, with the was it the biggest heist in history, or the heist of the century?
Oh,
yeah. But I mean, like, I know that call because they show it all the time. But other than that, I don't know any of the other calls. I mean, I was just there watching it. So it's trippy. But anyway, like I said, with Walter, like I said, Walter match is so much fun. But the reason I was asking about that Walter match, so that night, I went to get pizza in Brooklyn, and I walked into this pizza place, and it was a bunch of wrestling fans there. People dressed up, cosplaying, wrestling shirts everywhere. As soon as I walked in, they're like, "Oh, look, Walter's here now." Walter, I was like, "What?" Because I mean, you see with my hair, I got kind of, when I have like my pomade in my hair and comb, it looks like Walter's haircut.
This food is sacred. Leave it alone.
But like, I mean, when I'm standing, I'm 6'4", so everyone thinks like, I'm Walter, and so I was like, and there's like Walter. I got a Walter chant in a pizza restaurant or pizza place in Brooklyn, New York. So WrestleMania weekend. So that's all I always remember. So anyway, I feel like Walter and I are separated at birth twins.
That's all. Now you need a picture with the great Walter and the great baby Huey.
Dude,
You might avoid it though. You might be like freaking Andre the Giant and Manute Bull. Like, did not want to meet Manute Bull because Manute Bull was actually really taller than Andre the Giant. So he didn't want to take pictures with them. So maybe Walter might like, oh no, can't be shown up by baby Huey.
Too intimidating.
I'm not gonna take a picture.
Oh man, no, a lot of fun stuff.